Lovely. Lovely. Alright. I don't know how I got sick again, dude. Like 2 weeks ago I was sick and now I'm sick again. It sucks. Anyway. Oh, jeez Louise. Alright, on-site gaming. Blue Zerg. It is Solar. And top left side, Shopify Rebellions. Red Terran player. It is Byun. I have no idea how this is gonna go. Just casting wise, man. Just casting wise. Well, we're here. These players, you know, I can't let them down. It's Solar and Byun, two players that I quite well respect, and you know, it's always fun to see play. Always fun to see play. We're seeing a command center first here coming up for Byun. That's something we see every day. At least it's not a triple command center, right? Maybe I should have said something about being sick to these guys as well. Who knows? It's another thing, right? I don't know if I should. I was debating it, asking them to not play 50-minute plus games for each game. But I can't make them, can I? I can't force them to do that. So here we are, 2 barracks coming up afterwards. Probably a third will be added in as well, I imagine. I could go into the factory staple from this as well, actually. Yeah. I think it's because I did a lot of work yesterday and I just didn't have food. I think that's the reason why. Which was silly, but you know, lesson learned, I guess. Alright, third base for Solar, nice and early. Neither of these players are really doing a lot of scouting so far, but Solar's sending a couple of Zerglings across. He's looking. Yeah, little Zergling trying to get by, but won't be able to. The Marine is in his way. If the other Zergling was there, actually, or the other Zerglings, you know, he would have been able to kill that Marine, but just a single Zergling, he's not going to be able to. At least he figures out, like, oh, well, you're making an expansion here, right? At least you assume he is. He doesn't know for certain, but that would be my assumption, seeing that Marine on the low ground there. Seeing these supply depots in particular. It's going to be quite difficult for him to notice that this was a command center first, though. I don't think he's going to be able to pick up on that. But then again, is he really going to play differently? If he did know. He's just droning up. That's probably the right call. For the time being. Till the Marines with Stim, of course, start coming out of the woodworks. Oh shoot, man! I'm sorry, guys. I'm off my game today. Best of 7. There we go. It is a best of 7. The loser picks the next map. Which is only fair, I would say, right? You're losing, you get the advantage. Or the potential advantage. It's up to you to make that work, the choice of map. It's quite a squadron of Marines. I wonder if Byun is going to just push all the way with this, or if he's going to pull back as soon as he sees banelings are being made. Baneling Nest not quite ready yet. Stimpack is. Combat Shield still quite a ways off, so Marines are still a little bit weak. But look at that, more Marines with 2 medevacs now showing up, and that should be a good way for Byun to start applying some pressure here. Not investing a scan just quite yet to clear the creep. Maybe he didn't have one quite yet, but now he goes in. Some moves forwards. Baneling number 1, 2, and 3 are available, but they don't have Baneling speed. So centrifugal hooks, I believe it's called. Look at that. I thought this would be difficult. I still know. I got this. Alright. Yeah, it's a bit awkward, isn't it? Byun here. I guess he's hoping Solar kind of pulls away from his creep a little bit. He's so that Byun gets in a fight off of creep here, but I don't know. Solar just very, very calm, collected. He's staying on the creep. He hasn't taken any drone damage just quite yet. He's lost a queen or two, I think. No, not even losing a queen here. 9 Zerglings, but that's it. Byun now with this attack, even got a couple of siege tanks there with him. Baneling speed halfway done, so it's still a little bit ways off. Might mean the full face of Solar is going to get cancelled. Or forcefully cancelled. Or killed. Yeah, without that Baneling speed, I don't know if you can have much to say about this situation here as Solar. Has to get rid of that hatchery right there. Was a cancel. Siege tanks getting in quite a frustrating spot now as well. Solar does have quite a formidable amount of Zerglings and Banelings, but you've got to be careful. Can't just run back and forth into that siege tank fire. That would be abysmal. And there we go. Finally now committing to the attack, but this attack still... I don't know, it felt like Byun traded out pretty reasonably well there. The worker count is equal. Solar lost his potential 4th base. He's having to remake that elsewhere. To be fair, Byun only now setting up his own 3rd base. And with the attack of Byun getting kind of decapitated off the rest of the reinforcements, Solar goes back into that heavy droning. And I really like that. I think that's the right call. I think you would just be asking for trouble here if he stayed around the same worker count as Byun from that moment onwards. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Alright, yeah, I'm off my game today, ain't I? Alright, well, anyway. Forced cancel on that full Solar. I mean, he's just making more and more drones here. He is getting everything sorted. And I really like the drones, right? After kind of decapitating that attack of Byun on the other side of the map. Going up into those drones, right, quite important. You can't stick around the same worker count as your opponent here. If you're in a ZVT. A bit aggressive there with the Zerglings going off of the creep. Realizing that, you know what, there's quite a bit of Terran there behind, so maybe let's be careful. More and more bases are being taken here by Solar, as there is a drop in the main base as well. Gets himself a queen, which is rather nice. So the Manivac will survive for a little bit longer there. More queens will have to be sent across, or, you know, just more Zerglings over and over again. Byun could pick this up, does manage to, so has that potential threat there still. Waiting for the creep to kind of dissipate. Byun, I mean, his army is growing at a spectacular rate, isn't it? Let's take a look at the trade value here. Yeah, look at that. This is the whole story, isn't it? That's the whole story. Which is why I was so glad to see Solar quite heavily going into the drones, because he needs to have quite an economic advantage here with the way that he's trading so far. Right, moving in. Zerglings and Banelings trying to get on top of those Marines, but a good pull away there from Byun. lovely job as well, keeping the majority of the Marines just shooting and not moving away with the Marines that were getting close to the Banemans. Very nicely microed. It's one of those tiny things, right? If you micro your Marines too much, if you run them away too much, you try to split them up too much, there's just not enough firepower for you to diminish the punching power of the Zerg army here. Counter-attack with Zerglings trying to get their way into the production line. An okay time with it so far. Let's see if Byun decides to send back a medevac or something. No, he seems fine. Reinforcing units kind of taking care of that. Solar realizing, you know what, we need more stuff going for a counter-attack. Can't say I blame him, as his own side of the map is starting to struggle quite heavily here. Yeah, alright. Pull away, well. Looks like we are in extreme pandemonium right now. Bane's trying their best with the siege tank. Maybe some SCVs will have to be pulled. Let's see here. Banelings, they could get some nasty connections, and they somewhat do, but it's just not enough. GG is called. Byun takes game number 1. In the top right side, a blue Zerg. From Onside Gaming, it is Solar. His opponent in the bottom left side is a red Terran player fighting for Shopify Rebellion, Byun. Well, I guess the introductions do sound quite cool now, right? At least, I hope that's the one benefit of being sick here. Oh, sneaky little boy. Alright. There's a third. 3 barracks on the land and 2 overlords floating across. But looks like it's going to be quite a while before those overlords find these 3 barracks here. It's going to be difficult for Solar to really react in a proper manner, because he's just not gonna know for quite a while. Plus, there's always the possibility that he only sees the 2 racks, assumes that is a proxy 2 racks, you know, and then all of a sudden, he's up against the amount of Marines of a 3 racks, right? Let's see if he, like this, coming in from the high ground, so Byun actually, I don't think Byun is aware. Well, now he knows. We're going up on the high ground here. That was quite nice. Right, drones are being pulled, which is scary against the 3 racks. Usually not the thing you want to do. As there will just be too many Marines, and you need that extra cash for a later solution. He's making a spine crawler. Hopefully that is going to help him out. Spinecrawler in a bit of trouble already with the 2 SCVs just attacking it. Ooh, that is a good surround, however. Or is it? Oh, Byun too good with the micro. Targeting down the drones to pass by. And down go those drones, 7 of them in total. The bunker is about to complete. The Zerglings now desperate to try and get themselves away from the Marine power and somewhere else entirely. That Spinecrawler is going to have to get moved. Oh dear. I think that's it, man. Maybe. Yep, there it is. GG. Alright. Now, what's happening in this game? Not much. Not much just quite yet. Other than, again, is that another command center first? I think it is. Byun. Going into some old Terran roots here. With the command center first. The triple CC is going to be the next step in this plan, I imagine. Would love to see that happen, but we'll see. We'll see. Could be a bit rough as well as Solar, you know, after getting defeated twice by, you know, fairly aggressive plays. One a bit more so than the other. I would assume that Solar is going to be very on top of his scouting as well, right? Like, if I had lost those 2 previous games, I would be like, alright, I just gotta make sure I know exactly what's coming to me. And then, hopefully, you know, I won't get it wrong. And then, just lose because of that. But we'll see. Couple of Zerglings. Coming across the map again. Well, it's actually the one Zergling again. I wonder what this one Zergling is about. I guess he just doesn't want to lose more Zerglings, so he's only willing to send out one of them. In case there's a Reaper, perhaps? I don't know. Well, almost getting past there. He kind of had a moment of doubt in the Zergling eyes, and he stopped moving. Paralyzed by the, well, the pain that probably comes with being shot by a Marine. Probably would put me at a halt as well if I'm trying to run somewhere. There is the factory and starport as well. As Byun brings forth that same build as game number 1. Seems like a pretty cool build, actually. Like, this build on its own is kind of making me want to play TVZ. Try it out. With the double barracks, get the medevacs out fairly nice and early. I've always enjoyed Terran builds where they just get a large amount of Marines at the earlier game. And then start moving across the map. A lot of Zergs just try to be so greedy with the timing of their Baneling nest and their Baneling speed, right? They are expensive upgrades after all, so it can definitely catapult you in a lot better economic position if you kind of forego those for a little bit. But I mean, oof. All right, there it is, halfway done, sort of. And now it's halfway done. It's gonna be a while, of course, until he has Baneling speed. Creep spread, not that incredible either, just quite yet. Has me a bit worried. I think Solar is trying to save up energy here with the Queens for transfuse. Hopefully he's going to be able to deal with the Marines here a little bit better. But, you know what, the Marines are coming to a place where it wasn't quite as well set up. There's only a single Queen here. The drones now trying to hurry themselves into a corner here away from the Marines. 2, 3 of them go down. Already a pretty good setup here for Byun as he is looking to take out the spawning pool. That's going to have to get reconstructed there by Solar. There we go. Nice, pretty good little drop there for Mr. Byun. The drone's still not back at mining just quite yet, so gotta hand it to him. That was impressive. Baneling speed coming up. I guess Solar, right? Yeah, you could just have yourself an Overlord here. Perhaps you would have been able to respond to it a little bit quicker. Or another thing, right, if his creep spread was a little bit further out, he again would have been able to respond just a little bit quicker. So I'm not sure if he's saving up energy here for transfuse, if that's the idea, but at the same time, I mean, creep is spectacular. If you're going in with Zergling Baneling, even more so. We're starting to lose some queens here. He still has transfuse, so able to clean this up. Nope, it's not happening. GG is called Solar. It's taken out 3 times in a row, and that puts Byun up on match points. Alright, bottom left side, onside gaming, Solar. He's in dire straits right now. He would, you know, I would love to see him be able to pick up a game here against the top right Terran in the red color. Shopify Rebellion, Byun. Byun's play is sick. Yeah, I mean, like, the thing that is kind of bugging me here for Solar in a way is that, like, it doesn't feel like something extremely spectacular that Byun is doing. He's just, well, command center first, get himself a couple of Marines, start going across the map, and then just he trades magnificently well. And then Solar just can't keep up anymore. You just get outproduced. Maybe that is because he's trying to drone up too much? But like, if he doesn't, then, you know, Byun's just gonna trade more efficiently. Yeah, it's rough. I think one of the main things we can try to hope for that go better this time around for Solar is actually that creep spread. Right? Because if you just have like 2 or 3 creep Sumas instead of just the 1, it takes so much longer for Byun to really make his move. Or if he does make his move, it just becomes so much easier for your Zerglings and Banelings to get useful connections. Especially if you don't have that Baneling nest yet, right? Slow Banelings off of creep are just, I mean, it's asking to get slaughtered. Especially with Marines that have stim pack, right? Little Reaper, suddenly part of this game here. Solar still making his Zerglings ready to defend against this. Gonna go up to 6 Zerglings even. As this Reaper is, I mean, that is some phenomenal micro, isn't it? Look at that. Another Zergling. Gets the other one low. The Queen gets bounced away as he will have another shot or 2 and something else. Yeah. Wow. Impressive. 3rd base for Solar in production. There it is. As Byun goes for the single racks this time around. He might. I don't think he will switch this, right? He would have done it beforehand then. He's just making singular Hellions one at a time. Just feels weird, right? Seeing someone do that, but alright. Again, making it quite difficult for Solar to get his creep spread out of here. Right. Oh, now makes the switch. Interesting. More Hellions. Okay. And there's the armory. Alright. I think we know what's coming up here. Didn't think we would see a Hellbat push, since he was producing a single Hellion at a time without a reactor. But, yeah, still makes that the play here. Does have himself quite a few Marines with this now also, right? With a medevac, so they're going to be able to start focus firing down Queens, as the Hellbats will be able to deal with all the Zerglings. Now, there's no Baneling Nest. This could be a very quick 4-0, guys. This could be a absolutely gut-wrenching series here for Solar if he is not going to be able to withstand these Hellbats right now. And, well, in all fairness, I am having my doubts right here. Matter of fact, needs to keep healing. There we go. Making use of that. And Overlord goes down. The creep again here once was starting to get out, but again, just completely denied. Byun realizes as well that there might be just a few too many Queens here to really push his way through. So Solar stays alive. Just kind of utilizing a massive wall of Queens to keep everything safe. The Banshee gets spotted by the Zerglings, as the Zerglings find themselves some tasty Hellion snack somewhere in the middle. As Byun starts moving forwards again, he's going to start getting quite close to the drones here. He's not in position to defend the area, and well, let's see what kind of damage we're gonna get. Inching closer to those drones. He's gonna try to get himself up there, it seems. So quite a few Hellbats. At least he's trading out positively against the Zerglings. Those queens just shooting away at him as well. Quite devastating. Oh, there it is. Ooh. Quite low on the HP now. This Banshee might be able to pick off quite a few drones here. 8 more drones go down. What do we have over here? More Hellbats. Another Banshee. Still producing Hellions up until this point. Now switching it around. 56 workers still available for Solar. I think he's in an okay spot here, right? He is in an okay spot. 26 army supply. He hopefully won't take that much more drone damage here. Just when, you know, we're hoping for Solar here, but he just lost himself 6 more drones. And perhaps even some more. Banshees into the natural base. That's where the queens went. And that's why these Hellions, Hellbats, are getting so much work done over here. 10 workers in total. Not too shabby. And then again, Solar still on 67 workers. Regardless. Just rebuilding all those the drones. What am I saying? Alright. 4th base for Solar as well. Coming up as the creep is starting to extend to a reasonable spot again. Definitely needs a little bit more around that 4th base, as it will likely be the point of contesting that Byun is going to start sending his units towards. Hydra Den. +1, +1. I don't think that Byun has the numbers now specifically. But we'll see. Maybe it's just going to be one of those fights again, right? Could happen. Crawler being brought back to safety. Zerglings set up on the back as Banelings are waiting on the front. Here we go. Zerglings tanking some of that siege tank fire. We'll be able to take out one of them. But again, that creep spread just not really helping out Solar here. Let's take a look at what has been so successful so far for Byun is, of course, the trade value. And, well, actually, trade value this time around not as heavily in his favor. This might be the best game we've seen so far in this series out of Solar. And, well, hopefully for him, hopefully for us, we're going to be able to get him to grab at least one victory. That's rough. Just gonna lose another base. Zerglings, Banelings are starting to come in. Well, yeah, that base is gone. That base is gone, and now he's just trading efficiently against those Zerglings as well. He should be able to target fire the Banelings. Okay, doesn't quite manage. And another drop here in the main base. Oh dear, everything's falling apart again. Absolutely everything's falling apart again. How did Byun get himself 30-something supply ahead of his opponent now? It's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. Alright, well, he's sending in more. Here comes the cavalry. As I do believe that this might be too much for Solar to hold. Desperately trying to bring himself some more Banelings on the field, but it's a tough position to be in. More and more Terran is streaming across as the Marines already taking down so many Zerglings and Banelings before the fight really gets committed to by Solar. As there he goes. He just doesn't have enough. Just doesn't have enough. Maybe if you had like one extra layer of banelings, right? One extra layer of banelings in the back of that army there. Maybe, because he got quite close with his banelings to the Marines, but couldn't quite make it happen. Maybe if you had creep, right? Another thing. Alright, anyway. GG. GG.